Jonathan, we're live. Your hometown, Miami, NFT week.
Oof. I'm excited, my brother. I'm excited.
Jonathan Foltz, people. He's
Yes.
a thinking man. He's a digital thinking man. So what do you think about NFTs and DAOs?
I mean, dude, I have to say, like, I've been waiting for these 2 weeks to come for a while because I absolutely, as you know very much, not only do I love technology, but I love what's happening with the NFT space. I mean, I was speaking about the NFT space in 2017 and 18 about CryptoKitties when they were clogging up the Ethereum network. I never knew what the hell they were going to become. And I'm excited to what is going to happen with DAOs, NFTs, the crypto space in general, and how fast it's actually blown up further than I could ever expect. Yeah.
So talk a little bit about some of the projects you're involved in, some of the things that you're doing.
Yeah, so one of the things that we're doing currently, and this actually happened just last week by itself, one of the companies that we acquired through our public company, Gearbubble, they were the first to do print on demand through the API integration to Amazon and Etsy. Okay, first movers, the first people to ever do it. And we just basically did a pre-sale to become and announce that we're going to be the first people to do an integration from an NFT platform to print on demand. So for example, you know, a lot of people are now trying to take their NFTs, which are very ethereal, and then they're printing them on shirts. We've seen basketball players now put them on shoes, you know, putting their Bored Apes on shoes. But it's always kind of hard to get there. So what if we had an option that as soon as you buy your NFT, you can automatically, with one click, buy yourself a shirt, you know, buy yourself a mug, buy yourself a canvas in the future, a hoodie. Like literally all that type of stuff. People want to do that type of stuff, but it's too hard and it's too much work. We're going to be able to do that with just 1 or 2 clicks right after the sale of the NFT itself.
So you got an NFT project run by former NFL players that you guys are becoming a brand partner with, correct?
Okay, so we're in negotiations at the moment with a couple guys that are from the NFL league. And I think the project is called the NFT Sports League. And basically they want to see how we can come together with them to be able to push the envelope to help them basically do some of the printing. So we're now in talks with them. The deal hasn't been done, but it's very interesting with what they're doing and then how we can actually help them do the print on demand.
First wearable jerseys in Decentraland.
Yeah, and it's super exciting what they're doing inside that project and how Gearbubble, as a technology company that has done a lot of these integrations, our CTO is heavily vested into the blockchain space, how we can help them do all those integrations and such.
Cool. So what are some of the things that you see at the road ahead for the crypto space, for the NFT space, for the DAO? We got Sean here tonight from Buy the Broncos.
Ooh, I was excited about that.
$4.2 billion to buy the Denver motherfucking Broncos.
I mean, you and I have spoken about this, and at first you didn't get the DAO stuff as much, and once you started getting into it, you're like, holy shit, this is real. You know, like, holy smokes.
When I talked to Sean, the light went off. I was like, holy fuck, this could actually happen.
Yeah. And what's exciting about that, like, when I first saw what it was capable of, you know, there's been a company that I loved, Aragon, you know, they talked about how freedom and how you can have governing entities. It really got me excited. I was like, holy smokes, what can we do about this? You know, and what can we do?
Shout out to Serge and his idiot phone.
And what can we do about this space and what can we basically accomplish? So they were talking about freedom, sovereignty, governance. We don't need governments to do certain things. And then when I saw the Constitution DAO hit again, you know, after I was already in love in DAOs, and then they raised basically.
Shout out to Ken Griffin for outbidding the fucking people for the Constitution.
48. They raised $48 million, and then was it Ken Griffin that outbid them?
The big asshole from Citadel.
So the problem with that deal, which I was actually just talking to the gentleman from the Dow Broncos, he said they resolved this, but they knew how much money they had. They had $48 million. He knew that he had to bid $42 to $43 million.
40 and he got it for 43.
Well, here's the thing. No, I think they had 48 million, and because here's the problem. You need to have money to insure, travel, and host the Constitution itself. So you had to have all this extra money. The problem was that he knew what it cost. So he was able to outbid them and didn't have a backing.
So he's a total asshole.
So he was an asshole that got the Constitution, the first one that was going up for sale in the first 30 years, but it showed us how fast these guys raised the money in a matter of days. And it was almost a joke in the beginning, and they raised $48 freaking million. That's not an easy feat. You know, that's not easy at all. So that's another project that got me even more excited about what can be done and how people can have the power.
I'll be honest with you, if they somehow win the bid to buy the Broncos, that fan base will be the most passionate fans in all of sports.
In the world, in the world, and that will prove it. That will prove it.
In the game.
They will prove it at such a high level if this is actually accomplished, that it's going to change the entire way that people will invest in stuff.
I actually want them to win the bid. I actually want them to actually execute it. I want the NFL to embrace a people-run and owned organization.
And this is one of the only times that the Broncos or any NFL team, because of the way that the structure of the deal is done, that they can actually be purchased in the manner of a DAO. And once this is proven,
it's in a trust.
Because it's in a trust, so the highest bidder has to win. So if they win this, they're going to open the door for other NFL teams to be able to be purchased by the fans and not just one rich billionaire, which is pretty freaking exciting.
Shout out to the rich billionaires.
Yes.
All right, so listen, you're in Miami, you're an e-commerce genius, you got a great view from your apartment, and you're the current owner of a nice beanbag, right?
That you got when you were coming over to my place, and then we ended up not going that way, but yeah.
Exactly. All right, hey, Jonathan Foltz.
Yep.
Beer Bubble, Aphrodite,
Bergio. Yes, indeed, brother.
Glad
Making moves. Yes, we're good. Happy to be here, brother.
How can people find you?
So find me on Instagram, Rain in the Making, with periods in between, rain.period, all the way down. And then obviously you can find me on LinkedIn, Jonathan Foltz. Just look for the different companies, and I look forward to doing more stuff with you, my brother.
He's Jonathan Foltz. He's an interesting thinker. He's worth following. He says a lot of shit, and it all makes sense.